Yeah.
Huh? The transition? Yeah, we got that queued up. Rachel, you gotta. Yeah, you gonna see. You gonna see.
Put some respect on his name, Rachel.
I know. That's what I'm saying. God damn. What do you think I am? Some kind of amateur? My God. All right. It'll be starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, our feature presentation. And welcome back to the Lunch Table Podcast, episode 8. Hello, everyone, with our guests or hosts Tony McCall and our special guest Rachel. But you know her tag is on the bottom left.
Because I'm here for 2 weeks straight now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Some hosts are just ungrateful and flaky, and that's what we can't depend on them. So.
But I live with you, so I kind of.
You have to.
Yeah. Can't
flake. If we're being honest, if we're being honest, I'm the one who flaked first yesterday.
It's okay. I think Braden was busy too. Yeah, he had like homework and whatnot. So, you know, it is finals time and whatnot for like people who, aren't in the military or in community college. So it's like, you know, kind of an awkward time. That's why Nathan couldn't come.
Thank me for my service. Thank me for my service.
I will always thank you for your service. I appreciate you, motherfucker. But yeah, so finals are cooking. Actually, I don't even have any. So, you know, my life has not changed at all. So, yeah.
School ended for me on Sunday.
Oh, how very special for you. Nice. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I just have like papers to write and shit because, you know, film school, so it's not an issue. But yeah, so let's just hop right into it. Aliens are real. It's confirmed, no cap, on Gek. They are really a thing. There was a video confirmed by the Pentagon, very important United States government group, and there was a video of a UFO. It's my own audio. Yeah, no, it was a video of a unidentified flying object being followed by a Navy pilot, and then like it rotates like midair and like shoots up, and like they lose it, and then they have to go find it again. It's fucking sick. But basically, yeah, the Pentagon doesn't know what the fuck it is, and it's been a huge deal to nobody really because coronavirus and everything else is so fucked up that nobody really gave a shit about, aliens being exposed for the first time ever, I guess. So.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that they released it then now, because they're like, maybe it'll, like, be softer on the public, you know what I mean?
Does it, though? I mean, I feel like it's pretty big, like, they could have, I don't know.
But how you're saying it, they're like, oh, well, Corona's going on, so.
I don't think it was intentional like that, right? I think, I don't know.
It's because people are selfish, like, it could be intentional. It's because people are selfish, right?
Right.
Does the UFO affect people's everyday life? No. So do they care? Absolutely not. They're like, what the fuck? Like, if it's not gonna dominate my life, I don't give a fuck. People are egotistical.
I mean, I guess I care though. Like, I mean, the common man. I feel like that's cool. I don't know. I think it's pretty important, like in terms of just like your average Joe, right? I mean, like, what if this can mean so many things? I mean, for all we know, fuck. Like, I mean, then maybe we'll get a visitor. Who knows? Maybe we'll start getting abducted and probed and shit, and that affects the everyday man. You know what?
Oh no.
Anal probing affects the everyday man, and we can't avoid that. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think you.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong about that, bro.
Do they know?
You think I'm wrong? Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that video. I can believe that video was strategically placed during this.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense.
No. Because we've been basically pointing fingers at the government for years, saying that aliens are real and they just won't tell us. And now that the government's like, yeah, you caught it. Yeah, you were right. We just thought we'd string you along. The world's just absolutely not blinking an eye. And like, I don't know if you've seen like the conspiracy, like, I don't know if you see like the conspiracy theory accounts and shit like that on like social media. Dude, they were blowing up when these videos dropped. They're like, what the fuck? They're like it's not even conspiracy anymore. It's just confirmed.
I mean, yeah, but there's always been conspiracy theorists and people calling them whack jobs and whatnot. But there was never any credence given to them, right? You know, because it was all just like, they're just fucking crazies. Yeah, speculating on things that may or may not be real. But now it actually has some street cred because the Pentagon has said, yeah, it's fucking real, and we just don't know. Sometimes there's shit flying in our atmosphere, and like, I don't know, it's sick, it's crazy, and I think it's pretty cool. I hope something else comes of it. I hope maybe, I don't know, maybe first contact can happen. That'd be sweet.
Do we know when they were like recorded?
Recorded? I don't know the date when it was recorded, but like it wasn't like super far in the past, I believe.
I actually need to go back and read the statement that the Pentagon released with the videos. I haven't read the statement of like what they speculate. I assume it's all facts. So they're like unidentified aircraft, blah blah blah. Like they don't say anything crazy. Like they don't say other life forms and bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It is the government. So they probably just say unidentified craft does this, this, and this. But I actually kind of do want to read the official statement.
Yeah,
Like,
I think one of the key like things from the official statement was like referring to its movements as never before seen or like not possible, something like that, not physically possible, something like extraordinary that kind of gives it like that.
Like we don't have the engineering capable to make movements like that in this with our technology.
Right. But but that being said, is anyone like scared by this? Is anyone in this call like worried about aliens or give a shit or not?
No.
I think what's it called? I don't know. Referring to the well-known Lil Dicky song, Pillow Talk.
Right.
I think aliens are gonna come to Earth and realize Earth go hard. I think Earth goes hard. So I'm not scared, honestly.
I guess. I just think if they're capable of like if they're capable of like that kind of space travel and shit, like I think. I don't know. I think they could enslave the shit out of us. Like what I'm saying. Like they're totally capable of it if they have super advanced technology.
But I think there's something to be said about the human spirit. Like anytime bad shit happens to us, I think we adapt and overcome very well. Like in almost all situations.
Yeah.
Granted, like we're not fucking brilliant by any means, but. Yeah, I think we're smart enough to adapt and overcome and get together as a group of people, or like as a group. We have a pretty high mentality when we need to be.
Yeah. Or we'll at least die fighting if we need to. I mean, that's kind of a good thing about humans.
Humans are definitely willing to throw their lives away. I mean, you see it all the time. Humans are definitely willing to throw their lives away for a cause that they think is right. And
even dumb shit.
Being enslaved by aliens, they will absolutely throw their life to the wind.
Yeah, maybe. Oh no! I think I might want to be an alien slave though.
I know I would. Like, because speaking from a personal perspective, like, I already technically signed my life to this country already. Like, obviously we're not in a time of conflict, and that's the chances of me dying in combat extremely, extremely, extremely low. Like I'm like begging to even go overseas.
Right.
You have to beg on your hands and knees here to even get a deployment overseas. Like the chances of you dying in combat nowadays are extremely we lose one American. Like I think what is it like once every 3 months we lose one American in combat.
Damn.
It's super low numbers right now. There's no fighting. There's just no fighting going on. Like anytime people have died recently in the military due to combat, it's been in the news. And I haven't heard anything recently. So.
That's why we need a new Middle East conflict. I think we're overdue. We need something somewhere sandy, somewhere tropical maybe. I don't know. We got to get the old war machine going. Africa? What are they gonna do in Africa though? There's no reason.
Warlords. Let's finally get rid of all these warlords. Boko Haram lasted long enough. He's got to go. Let's declare war on the warlords. I like that.
Maybe.
I think that's the next step.
Yeah, I mean, or if we go through with our plan to, me and Tonio in high school, we came up with a plan to annex Mexico into the United States and make it all just one giant super state.
Yes.
And then if we did that, we could use the military to snuff out the cartel, and that would be a sick, use of our military power.
Yeah, it's like a conquest, right? We invade, but it's just Mexico, and we just roll through decimating cartels. With military technology, because they can't keep up.
I don't know. I feel like they put up a pretty good fight. I feel like because a lot of them
watching Breaking Bad, they would.
Well, no, I've watched stuff like Gangland, and a lot of them are like military trained and whatnot by down there, and that's why a lot of the gang members are really good at killing shit.
Here's the difference. The police force and the SWAT force, they do not have the same type of I hate to say military grade because military grade is like a dumb fucking word. I hate using it because all the equipment we have here is fucking dog shit. But like some of the actual capability of like some of this equipment is nuts. Like if you saw the FBI or SWAT rolling in with a dead ass tank, like an M1 Abrams tank, yeah, it's over. Like whoever's in that house is not winning. You're dead. Like
I mean, yeah, but they could probably they'd give you a run for their money. I mean, like Vietnam, they had tanks and shit, but like the guerrilla warfare pulled by the Viet Cong was still a huge pain in the ass, despite burning down the jungles and a lot of their hideouts and shit. Like
Yeah, I would agree.
It's the strength of the human spirit, Tony. Just like you said, everyone's got it, so it might be a little tough.
I would agree, but I don't think the cartel has enough leg to stand on as far as like motive, because those guys get paid, but do they really get paid that much to get fucking blasted by a tank and napalm stuck to them?
Maybe they get paid a fuck ton of money. And you see, like they get paid enough to do some real horrific shit, dude. Like if you ever like read stories about them torturing people, that shit's fucking horrifying, bro.
Yeah, but like that and the difference in level of training between Vietnam and now the military is like kind of insane actually. Vietnam we were very unprepared, very like that was the worst situation like all put together, but.
They were just slapping helmets on and shipping them off.
Yeah,
honestly.
No, actually, but if that were to happen in Mexico today, the guerrilla warfare style hasn't changed since then, but the military has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's drones and shit. Like it's definitely a different ball game.
Think about fucking Obama. What just like when he was like, you know what? I don't actually want to fight the Middle East. He's like, I want to mess with the Middle East. I want to fuck them up, but I don't want to actually fight them. Let's just throw missiles at him from like a couple 100 miles away.
Now listen, we've got a bunch of kids playing Call of Duty, and they're quite good. How about we stick them on some controls and just have them shoot a couple missiles? I don't know. This seems like a good plan. I don't know. That's my favorite. Yeah, Obama was really killing. He was really clean with it.
When Trump dropped the fucking Moab in that cave.
Yeah. That was all over the news and shit.
Pakistan?
Yeah.
That shit was nuts, man. I was doing that in Mexico. There's no caves in Mexico. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna lay waste to an entire cartel like operation.
Yeah. And you know what's fucked up though? You know they don't give a shit about civilian casualties either. So it's just like like what happens?
Mexico has one of the biggest cave systems in the world. Fun fact.
Mexico, they're only in certain parts down in Cancun. Not in Mexico. You think the drug cartels are running through the cave system in Mexico?
I mean, yes.
What?
I mean, how do you think they do it? They do their kidnappings.
Oh my god.
Mexico City's where
him as a special guest. Damn.
I guess. Yeah, we got okay.
I don't think they'd be hiding in the caves though. Like honestly. But it's whatever. So. Yeah.
Those caves aren't good. It's whatever. But I don't know, man. That would be a crazy direction that the world would take if I still actually stand behind that idea.
Honestly, I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool, honestly. Like we just had a shit ton of states, they got a lot of natural like resources down in Mexico. Although of course we take on all their debts and whatnot, but it's it's fine. I think they're doing okay for the most part. So
carry on.
As far as debts between the two of us, the U.S. and Mexico, it's like a pissing contest.
Right.
As far as debts between us two, it's pretty much a pissing contest. So, what's the worst that can happen? What are we, 20 trillion in debt right now? Is that what the cap is? Something.
I don't know. It's just always fucking ticking up. Do you ever like go to the website to watch the debt counter just fucking rack up numbers? It's depressing.
It's the most depressing shit in the world.
Right. It's fucking. I don't know.
Yeah. I still remember that conversation we had with Maggie about.
Oh my god.
The Trump wall.
That was my favorite.
That was funny.
We were talking in our high school. It was a friend of mine. She's ultra liberal and whatnot, and she was like talking shit on the wall that Trump was planning to build and whatnot. And then I think Tony was along the lines of, you know what? Even if we did build the wall, it would not matter that much. But it doesn't matter financially to us either, because she was saying it would be too expensive. And go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, and give your exact spiel because it's you definitely deliver it way better.
Yeah, so it's like this, right? The wall in total, the entire wall costs about $1 billion, is what it was estimated at. And I put it in perspective, right? So yeah, with that $1 billion, what are you essentially doing? You're not paying for like equipment. You're not paying for like whatever, like the materials. You know what you're paying for? You're paying for the services of people, like American people. So what he's essentially doing is he's creating jobs. Like by him installing this project, somebody has to do it. It's not a government thing. It's going to be a contract funded thing. So that means civilian people like are getting this fucking money. This $1 billion is going directly into like the civilian people's pocket, not staying in the government. He's shooting it out. That's number one, right? So he's providing jobs for these people. Number two, you know how little $1 billion is in the U.S. government debt? We are $20 trillion in debt. $20 trillion. You know what 1% of 20 trillion is? $20 billion. We do 0.1 of $1 billion is 0.1% of like in total debt. It's like that's less than a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And it was like Maggie was like freaking out, like fucking.
Yeah.
I was so upset here, and it was like and what makes it even, I actually kind of support the idea of the wall, and the reason why was it's a hard labor job. If you look at the system, I'm gonna pull up this statistic right now for hard labor jobs, and the ethnic ratio in hard labor jobs.
Yeah, the wall's
it's bad.
The wall's an interesting idea because it's only necessary to keep out like the cartel and shit who traffic shit over the border and people who immigrate like illegally like my father did. But honestly, it was a lot easier to get across like back in like the 90s or 80s and shit where they were a lot more chill with it until like all the cartel violence started kicking up. And that's why that's the whole reason why Trump supporters are so gung-ho about we gotta keep those motherfuckers out because but it could honestly all be nullified if like it was just easier to come to the United States if you don't have like a criminal record in Mexico and they just could make the process simpler. Then we wouldn't even then it wouldn't be an issue, and I think it'd be a lot cooler. People would be a lot cooler with it. But I mean, a lot of it. I mean, part of it is people just being like wanting to keep Mexicans out, which you're always gonna have those because this is the United States of America. I mean, there's always like
still racist.
Yeah, there's always pockets of that. Like you're never gonna get rid of that. But for the most part, like I think their intentions are probably good in terms of like just being afraid of fucking cartel people because you should be. It's a terrifying group of people. They murder the shit of people and dissolve them in acid, and that's not even like movie magic shit. That's like legitimately what they do. They will kidnap your family, kill them, and then dissolve them, and then bury them out in the desert somewhere if they have to. Like they're fucking terrifying. I'm glad I don't live near like any border cities, anything like that, just because of that. But I don't know. It's a tough position to be in because I mean there is that moral dilemma of like wanting to let people come over, because they do want a better life, and it's not really fair that they were just born a little bit south. But aside from that, it's just it's a sticky situation. But yeah, McCall, how do you feel about immigration? It's one of your favorite topics, I realize.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. On Gek.
That's all I have to say.
And there you go for the layman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect a lot of people, right? Like why care? But
yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. But that also brings up another good point. Like, what kind of jobs are you guys looking for? Like this job market is kind of funky right now.
Oh.
Well, I'm going into healthcare, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you, McCall.
I just do media creation,
like,
so editing and shit. So it's not like.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying more for like what kind of specific job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you looking to be a film producer? Are you looking to be an editor for somebody? Are you looking to be like?
Yeah, I'm looking to be an editor. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Like a video editor.
For live films, or for like more like
Digital media, because I mean the thing with films is like there's already like a shit ton of unions and whatnot, and like digital media you could be a lot more freelance and just like you could just start working for a YouTube channel. You could go work on like anyone who needs their videos edited for their YouTube channel, or maybe something online like they got a website. It's a lot more, you can be a lot more free with it, and I don't know. I think I like that kind of flexibility and whatnot. And plus, digital media is like I feel like it's kind of the wave, right? Like movies, we're about to see all movie theaters across the country just get fucking gunned down in the streets because of the fucking coronavirus and whatnot. Like I don't know who the fuck's gonna be going to movies, honestly.
Low key, I probably still go to a movie.
I'll go, but I go like once every 2 months, 3 maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Especially with streaming services, it's a lot easier to just wait
for
them to come on.
But I mean, by that same token, if you think streaming services were going to kill the movie industry, they would have already.
I mean, we're still pretty early in the game, bro. Don't give us some. You got to give us some time. Like we're still getting. I think once the internet.
That was on like their 10-year anniversary or some shit.
10 years is not enough to kill the movie industry. Like I mean, the movie industry's only been around for like 100 years or something like that. Like starting in like the 20s or some shit like that. Like we're still like just in the beginning of the movie industry. And it's evolving so rapidly and whatnot. I think once the internet gets good enough in like rural areas like here and shit, like when streaming or like when we can get like Sweden levels of download and upload speed, I bet it'll kill the shit out of the movie industry because I think it's too expensive. Like as it stands right now, there's a lot of people who won't go, or even when they do, it's like a special treat, not like it was back in the day, right? Where you're just like you can catch a dollar show or like a dollar, like with your friends out on the town, something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Movie theater cruise.
It's in a weird state right now. So I feel like streaming can definitely still murder it. Still time. So, but I will give you, I'll give you I mean, as streaming is right now, how they're like breaking up shit to like different companies, like Netflix taking a bunch of IPs and then like Hulu and Disney Plus and everything, and like how they're all separated. That's also like super interesting because it's just like where you're seeing like more people start pirating shit again. Like people
Why can't
just
they combine as one big force with all the movies and shows?
Because that's a monopoly and you can't do that. So and they're already but that's what they're kind of already doing now though, right? Like Disney's just like adding. They're just adding Infinity Stones onto their gauntlet of everything they own. Fox, Warner Brothers, all that shit. Yeah, so they're kind of already getting there with Disney. But the thing is, though, if they did that, then they could start charging for like specific shit and like charging for packages. So like, oh, you want old Disney movies? Well, you got to buy this separate streaming service. Yeah. Oh, you want the sports package? Because we own ESPN too. That's a whole different thing. You're gonna have to pay separate for that. And that's how it already is. Like ESPN like Plus and all that shit. That's separate from Disney Plus and like all that other shit. So they're already making their money like that, and it's one company. So, it would just get worse if it was just one super company, you know what I'm saying?
Or in the market.
But, yeah. I mean, Disney owns too much shit as it is. But, like, you're seeing, but like I said, that's why people are robbing again. Thank God. People are stealing again. Downloading and pirating and stealing all from different companies and whatnot. Thank God. Thank God for piracy.
I was like, thank Christ for e-crime.
Right. There you go. Fuck them, honestly, fuck them, because like it's so frustrating. I can't watch Rick and Morty until like fucking until the whole season's been released on Hulu, because some fucking the deals that they have prevent them from having it on the platform immediately, unless you have like a certain live TV bundle, whatever the fuck it is. It's stupid.
Or internet provider.
Right, exactly.
Internet provider, TV provider.
So that's why you get it right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. That's why you get a VPN. Just steal that shit. Fuck them. Fuck them. They don't deserve it.
Wait for that shit to pop up on YouTube.
Right. There you go.
Dude, you know what's funny? You can even go to Pornhub. People put it on there so it doesn't get flagged as fast.
Heroes. Kings. Absolute kings. There's still heroes in the world.
Yeah, they make a whole ass porn account just to post like fucking non-streamable videos.
Man.
I love people.
It's so good that there's still modern day Robin Hood. That's amazing. God bless. I don't even think there's like any modern day Robin Hoods in like in a traditional sense anymore. I feel like it's only fucking like that kind of e-crime bullshit,
It just reminds me of like, do you remember like in the beginning of like some certain like VHS tapes where it like does like that weird
The fucking
Yeah,
if
I don't even
piracy
know.
is a crime,
Yeah.
and you can get a jail for up to $250,000 and 12 years in prison.
It
And
has
it's just
like
like,
this fucking
You know
like.
what? Honestly, just because they don't have that message anymore, that's probably why people do it. If they had that
But-
message before every video now,
Who the
nobody
fuck?
would ever steal.
Who the fuck is
Right.
getting caught for piracy though? Like who the like you have to be downloading terabytes worth of the shit on like a non-protected like like a non-secured Wi-Fi connection like at a Starbucks or some shit. It's incredibly difficult. Like as long as you just have like a VPN, you should be fine, and you know you don't go fucking crazy with it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's always tough. I don't know what like route your life has lived to where you're downloading terabytes of illegal video.
Yeah.
But I don't think you live life right.
Right. Oh man, I know. Actually, I know a guy. I know a guy with that. He's got like a server where he's got like I guess like every fucking TV show in the world or some shit. Like it's got Dragon Ball Z and Community and like all kinds of weird bullshit. And you just like log into whatever the fuck is like a server at his house that he has, and then you just can watch all his catalog of movies and shit. It's crazy.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. Right. So, I love the future. I really do. That's incredible. Right. Yeah.
I don't even like. Oh man, the future's uncertain. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, on Gek. Yeah, how do you think like shit's gonna go back to normal after this coronavirus, guys? Like, do you?
No, I don't think so ever. I don't think it'll ever, because it's like the flu now, right? Like now that it's been installed, there's gonna be a season of COVID every single year.
Oh,
Like,
that's depressing.
It's mutated, right? Like there's already been documented cases of it mutating. So it's like
Yeah.
literally just like the flu. It's gonna be back every single year.
You know what's fucked up though? You know what's fucked up? India has the least deadly strain of the COVID flu right now. So they're like they're chilling. They're kicking it.
Aren't they the most popular?
Yes, they're the most populated
That's
like
shit
country in the world, and the fucking
They're definitely the densest country in the world.
Yeah.
And the fucking like nastiest.
yeah, and their strain
And,
is
like-
like fucking nothing. It just bounces right
Yeah,
off.
I don't even-
It's crazy.
I think it's just their immune system, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Definitely.
Rachel, they have this is a real thing, not Alex being racist, but this is a real thing. There was an issue a while back of them shitting in the streets, and it was becoming a problem, and there had to be legislature to prevent that. It's kind of fucked up, and the trash and the rivers and all that shit. It's crazy. Like the poor people of India suffer so fucking much. Like it's ridiculous.
It's like actually old. But yeah, I don't know, man. I like this. The future's just it's so uncertain right now. It's like you can't. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to predict properly like what the hell's gonna be in like a year, 2 years, 5 years.
Well, they're predicting
Who
a
knows?
recession currently, so
Well, makes
Well,
sense.
we like if realistically, I mean, Japan's been on this wave, right? Because like the neat life, where you just live in your house. Like literally, you do everything from your house. Your entire life is like remote. You work remotely, you live remotely. And, like everything you do is just online. Like that could be a potential for the entire world.
I do that already.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of the
I mean,
curve.
No. That's what I'm saying. No. But the Japanese were ahead. They were doing this, and people were making fun of them, right? Like people were making fun of these guys for living in their houses. It was a neat, right? That's what it's called.
I thought it was like
no,
otaku.
otaku.
Yeah, otaku.
Like,
I think
Is it otaku?
I think that's someone who's like a nerd and like lives indoors though. But I know what you mean, like their lifestyle
Yeah.
of being so isolated and shit. That's why they have like super high suicide rates in Japan and shit.
yeah, but they were definitely like people in Japan were living remotely before this, which is nuts. Like it was an actual like lifestyle in Japan. You could live remotely.
That's gonna
And
be
now
cool.
we make fun of them, and like those are like a category of people. Now the world's living remotely, literally. Like it's the difference is nuts. All it took was one virus for us to just completely abandon like
Everything we knew.
our normal routine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of that's definitely nuts. I don't know. Like I feel like I hope like corporate like offices and shit like the one I work at like kind of realize that it's more efficient to like have people work from home and whatnot, because because they're just paying to keep the lights on in the office space, and like it's not really necessary now that I think about it. Like the only purpose of being in the office like as compared to now to before is to keep people on task. Like that's it. Like aside from that, like nothing else, everything else can be solved through Skype and like just a DM real quick, and that's literally it. Like I guess that human interaction is the only purpose for the office. Like there was no, I don't know, no reason for it. So I don't know. Like I hope maybe the world will change but I can't imagine it. This is America, right? Like I mean we're dumb as fuck. Like
I think more people. I think even the companies are gonna realize. I think they're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck, are we leasing this building?" Like,
right.
We need, we need a head office with like 6 offices. That's it. Like you need, like reality on hand personnel. You probably need like 6 people.
Bro, realistically, they need to rent out a boardroom in the Marriott like once every couple months. That's all they need. I can imagine. Like
and it's like what? I don't know, dude. I think that would be a cool way of living. Because then imagine all these office spaces, right? Like, what are we gonna do with all this office space?
Low income housing.
What?
Low income housing.
Low income housing? That's pretty cool. Or a trap house. Even cooler idea.
Oh my gosh.
Out here trying to like make the world a better place, and you're like, trap house?
So you're saying trap houses don't make the world a better place,
No.
Rachel? Are you saying that the poor don't have good ideas?
I just said that the poor should live in low income housing.
Whoa! So the poor
Oh my
can't
God.
live in medium income
Oh my
housing?
God.
What
No,
the
you're
fuck,
not.
Rachel? What the fuck? You're crazy.
Or the
No,
poor should have livable wages.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is definitely not ideal. I would not want to fucking live in a fucking office building. But don't get me wrong.
But would you rather be homeless?
Would you rather live on the streets
I
or
would
in
never
an office?
I'd rather live on the streets, McCall. I want the streets. I belong to the streets.
Oh my goodness.
Damn it.
No, I do agree. And that's an interesting question. So, what would you rather us like? Fuck, man. What would you do with all this office space? Would you refurbish it and turn it all livable space, or would you just demo it and build and just have empty property?
Okay, so ideally you'd want to do the low income housing thing, but this is the United States of America. And so what would happen is it would go to the highest bidder, and he would open up a string of now legal casinos for some reason. Or something. I don't know. It'd be some sort of store or warehouse or something like that. That's definitely what the property would go to. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it has to. It's always to make money. It's always a means to an end in terms of cash. So, I don't know. I just don't see us helping the poor, like, at all, ever. Like, I mean, that's like what McCall just mentioned. It's just like, how about a livable wage? It's like, nah. How about some corporate bailout money or some tax cuts? We get, some good old tax cuts so the wealth can trickle down onto all the poor folk like it never does, It's fucking, I have no faith. No faith at all. So.
Yeah, I would agree. I have no faith.
Yeah. Did you see our friend Daniel put in our group chat I think it was maybe today or the other day. He's like he sent us the Florida boat parade for Trump, and it's just like a bunch of like fucking bunch of people just driving by on their yachts and shit, just like with Trump flags and whatnot. It's just like amazing what that tax money can do. But also fishermen who also like voting against their interests. I don't know. There's a whole lot of shit going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, this election is I don't think it's very this election hurts my soul.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say. Like,
Do you
it's
think-
so bad?
Do you think this election or the 2016 election would be is like better in comparison?
I think this one's worse. I think 2016 was better because of one reason. He had not yet done all this stupid shit and said all this dumb things. He's not honestly the worst guy in the world. Like, Trump is whatever. It's fucking, his policies are whatever. Like, he hasn't done anything, like, in my eyes, he hasn't done anything super wrong as president. He hasn't done anything great, but he hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't like fucked up like irremovably. And so, but Hillary, man, it's just. It was so. I cannot support Joe Biden at all.
Yeah.
It's just everything about that guy is just.
See, now I think I'm the opposite. See, I think the first election was bad in terms of like the cycle and the scope and everything, but like this one is more important in terms of like where we're headed from here, because I think in terms of like the bad shit he's done, I think he definitely handled like this whole crisis kind of shittily and whatnot. Like he definitely didn't listen to any of the advisors or the experts, and you know everyone acted too slowly.
I can't.
Been telling people
Wait, here's
to
the thing. Here's the thing.
inject
I
bleach.
can't imagine. I can't imagine a world where Hillary Clinton did better.
No, absolutely not. 100%.
Yeah.
I could not. I don't think she's capable of it, and
I don't think that.
I just don't think. I think he has a better shot of her than winning, because she is so unlikable that she lost to him in the first place, which is fucking astounding. But Joe Biden is Barack Obama's vice president. I don't see. I mean, he was Mr. Miracle and somehow pulls off the impossible, but I don't see him losing to Joe Biden this time, which could be interesting.
Not. But man, Joe Biden just like
His brain is melting. It's falling out of his ears.
his brain is melting. His fucking he's super creepy. Dude, literally they pulled up a video. Like my friend pulled up a video today. I didn't even want to watch it. It was Joe Biden being creepy at one singular event. I think he ended up rubbing the shoulders of like 6 different children. He kissed like I think it was about 20 different women on the lips. It was this was one singular event.
Yeah, I watched this. I know, because I watched this video. I watched the entire thing where he's just like reading everyone, and he's making comments like, "Oh, you gotta watch out for your sister. She's a real, you know, she's a looker. She's a pretty one." And then if they're married to, or like their girlfriend or something like that, they'll be like, he's like, "Oh, you know, you really bagged a good one here." It's just like super weird comments that like old people do, and he's just like grabbing them and like getting them on the waist and shit.
Yes, you saw the one where he like basically almost caressed her.
He's like grabbing her titty and shit. Yeah, in terms of like leadership, I think he'll be a better leader than Trump. He's a dumb man. He's a stupid man, and there's no other way you could phrase it. Like, you know, it's really his base, and it's really his strong suit, and that he gets a lot of voters that way. But Joe Biden is quite possibly the rapiest president that we've ever had. Or you know, ever might have. I don't know. It's incredible. I've never met a man who can diddle so blatantly.
Freely.
But he was the vice president, so they couldn't say shit. What were you gonna say? It's just like he's like, oh.
I can't remember if we talked about this on one of the podcasts. That
I think we
tweet
did.
From New York Times.
We did. We talked about it last time. Yeah.
Oh my god, man, Joe Biden.
Yeah. Exactly. It's gonna be an interesting fucking election cycle, and it's gonna hurt. But I'm probably gonna have to vote for Joe Biden.
Or
So
independent.
that's also. I would have been. Yeah. Although he might have a cabinet position though, because he bent the knee. Yeah. So, I think that was one of his stipulations too. So that's pretty cool.
If he gets Secretary of the Treasury, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. He seems like a smart guy.
I
I'd have been okay with Warren as well, actually. I kind of fucked with Warren. I liked her policies. They were kind of close to Bernie. She was a little bit farther left than I liked, but it's whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
Man, I had a hard time. I actually would have preferred Bernie over fucking Biden.
Yeah.
But I had a hard time liking all of Bernie's policies. I pick and choose. Bernie was like a buffet for me. Like I had to pick and choose. But as far as him, he was like. It's hard because he was at the end of his life. Like he's getting towards the fucking end of his life. A presidency would have put that man in the fucking dirt.
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised Trump's hanging on this long. That man is old as sin. He's I don't know. They're all on the way out. Like I wish we just didn't have old fucking presidents. None of them, by the way, fucking had legalizing marijuana, or I guess neither of them have legalizing marijuana on the docket. Bernie and Buttigieg were the only ones that had it, I think.
What happened to the days of JFK when fucking 40-some-year-old president was a thing?
Yeah.
Right. Obama was young. Obama was young as fuck, and that's what I think that's what we need again. Like,
Youth.
Yeah. Yeah, they know what's up. Like I feel like they're just so stuck on old bullshit. Like I feel like Trump's like main objective while in office has been just like to get as much money for the rich people as he possibly can before he gets out, and he's done a great job of it. The rich people are thriving right now, and the stock market's incredible. Yeah, it's been
Dave
going.
Chappelle, living.
He's living. And that's my favorite joke from Dave. He's just like he was going and he was in line with he's like he's like Trump doesn't, he is not fighting for you. You are poor. He's fighting for me. Oh man.
I love he's like they're like he was talking about something and then he's like, yeah, we need to tax the rich, and he goes, oh, I just got this money.
Yeah,
God,
he's fantastic, man. God damn, he's super into hip hop. By the way, did you know that? He hangs out with Nas and shit. It's so cool.
He heard that part. I love the joke with Kanye where he was like talking about how Kanye took that phone call on one of his show screens, and Kanye was like, "Where are you at?" Somebody was asking where Kanye was. He's like, "I'm at an early screening for the Dave Chappelle show," and he's like, "How the fuck are you there?" He's like, "Cause my life is dope and I do dope shit."
Yeah. God damn. Dave Chappelle's so fucking cool. Have you listened to any rap recently? By the way, I was gonna ask since we're on the topic of hip hop and whatnot.
I've listened to the Dark Lane demo tapes like crazy.
Wait, who does that? Who's that by?
That's Drake. That was Drake's new.
Oh, did he just drop it?
Yeah, I dropped it 2 days ago.
Oh shit, I didn't even know. What the fuck? Is there any any bangers?
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's basically it's mixtape, so it's his collection of singles plus a few extra throwaway songs.
Right.
Dude, I could straight up put it's like it's a little closer to R&B than it is rap, but it's still definitely rap.
So similar to Scorpion kind of, because he was like there was a lot of R&B on that.
Yeah. So he has the songs like you remember When to Say When in Chicago Freestyle, like the YouTube drop that he had.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those are on there. Tusi Slides on there. Desire, a single that he dropped with Future is on there. And then he put some new songs, and oh my god, man, it's fire as fuck. The album flows really well. You can literally kick it on in the background, and it'll repeat like 2-3 times. You're like this is like fucking dope.
You know what's weird? That's the reason I fuck with Drake though. Is because like he can make like great background music or party music and whatnot, but everyone's just like, Drake, he's just a pop rapper. But it's just like, well, yeah, what do you want from? Yeah, what else do you want from him? That's like he's never been like a fucking like a lyrical murderer, but he makes great like music, if you're trying to party or fucking just vibe and shit. Like he's a good artist.
And that's his demographic. That's what he shoots for. Like,
right.
He doesn't try and step out of lane. He's not like, I'm the greatest lyricist in the world. Like, he's like, I'm the biggest rapper in the world. Let me make songs that are fucking bangers over and over and over.
Right.
And he just does it. Dude, and he actually hinted at dropping a studio album this year. So he dropped this mixtape, and he's going to drop a studio album this summer.
Damn.
Bro, I'm so excited for music this year. I think Kendrick's dropping this year, or he should be. Or J. Cole's drop. Yeah, J. Cole's supposed to drop. Fucking who else? I don't even know. Probably, I think another Kanye album, actually.
Dude. Now here's an album that I'm probably sure you didn't listen to. That Don Toliver, Heaven or Hell.
I've heard of Don Toliver. Have not listened to the album.
So, it has quite a few songs like that, like popular songs that got big off like TikTok and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually sat down and listened to the album through and through. Absolute fire from beginning to end.
Is he more like is he trap? Is he trap or is he like lyrical or what is he?
He's more like trap. He's more about his beats and his vocals. Like he's more about engineering the song than he is about like the lyrics and shit like that. Like you remember the Jack Boys, the Jack Boys album from Travis Scott with like Out West and Had Enough, and it was like a mixtape that Travis Scott put out. And
was it the one with the like the ugly? Was it the one like
cars? They had the cars and they had the ski masks on the album cover.
I don't think I've listened to this one.
Okay. You should definitely go check that one out too. I've been listening to a ton of rap. Like I've been keeping up with my hip hop like hard.
See, I've kind of switched over. I think I've been on like a soul kick, like soul and funk, and like that's kind of what I've been listening to. So I've like gone back and I've been listening to like a lot of Erica Badu, fucking the Spinners, as you know. I fuck with Gladys Knight, good shit like that. Stevie Wonder, fuck, it's they. Goddamn, there's so much good like soul like shit like that. Fucking. I'm trying to think. I think it could be Al Green or Hank Green, something like that. I don't know. It's crazy
Al
shit.
Green.
Al Green, yeah.
It's Al Green.
Yeah, Al Green. There you go.
Right.
But
No,
yeah,
but I've been listening to before I got back on my hip hop. I was listening to early 2000s R&B. So
Oh my
like Ja Rule.
god.
I was listening to like Ja Rule and
LL
like,
Cool J.
LL Cool J.
So good.
I was listening to all that. I was listening to all the Usher albums and shit like that. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I was listening, like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got back into all that. I don't know, man. Music's been great. Yeah, while this has been going on, this whole the quarantine, the music has been banging, absolutely banging.
Yeah, a lot of time to listen to it. So you know, McCall, have you listened to any new K-pop by chance, McCall?
K-pop?
Yeah. Are you still
Or
listening to
anything.
K-pop accurately or anything?
I haven't really listened to anything new recently. None of like the groups that I.
Do you think it's because of COVID that they can't get together because there's so many of them in the group? So they're like, you know, it's a hazard if they get together to write a song. Is that what
No,
you don't
no,
think so?
because they live together.
Oh, they live together.
Yeah, they
Oh.
live together.
Well, that's interesting. So it's like,
So it's just being lazy.
damn.
Well, no.
Seems like their work ethic isn't a very American standard. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. No, I'm just playing.
This
They
American made
release
music going
albums
crazy.
like every few months.
Oh, damn. That must be
American
nice.
artists release them like every 3 years.
Fuck. I wish I could get a Kendrick drop every 3 months. That'd be nice. God damn.
If I get one every 2 years.
Wait. So they all lived. Is it like a reality show? Do they ever like have videos and shit like from the
Oh yeah,
K-pop?
they have a lot of videos and stuff.
Oh, so they're like a YouTube-ish kind of group that also is really successful K-pop artists and whatnot. Is that what they do?
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
if
a
you know how
genius
K-pop
model,
works.
actually.
They're kind of crazy, like.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how they that like whole system works.
No.
It's a setup model. It's a setup model from the start. They all do the same thing. Like they gather these when they're like 14, 15, they have a little bit of talent. They gather them together, make a group, and like basically thrust them into the spotlight. Like it's like an actual like factory over there. Like the K-pop industry
God.
it's like a factory.
There.
Am I joking, McCall? I'm right.
Kind of.
They like recruit them, make them into groups, and then market them as the groups when they're young.
I guess
And
some
then
people.
they grow up together.
What the
Some
fuck?
people do get casted, like from the streets, just randomly, or some people
Very,
audition
very, yeah.
casted, but yeah.
But you do not like in Asian music, you do not just like start making your own music. You know what I mean?
No, a lot of them do make their own music.
No, but you just don't start like producing by yourself at the beginning. You get like recruited into the music industry. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird over there. Like you don't like you know how here I could put out a song on Spotify like right fucking now. Would it be
Right.
good? Probably not. But, like you can put yourself in the industry like instantly. But over there,
Well,
like you could,
yeah.
but like they're definitely what's it called? It's definitely a lot more like structured.
But
over
still,
there.
even when they do like enter a company, it can take years until they actually debut, because they have to
Yeah.
go through a bunch of training and stuff.
See?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's like a factory. They go through training just to make
Because
music.
they dance, they sing, it's
No,
crazy.
and I went to that K-pop concert down in Arizona. That shit was low key fire. I was like,
No, I love their concerts. I've been to so many.
I was thoroughly impressed by their ability to actually work a crowd, make music. I didn't understand a single fucking word, but I was still into it. Like I had never heard a song before. Their music was actually captivating. Their choreography was insane. Like I was actually enjoying it. I was like,
What concert did you go
to? Start listing off some bands.
I
BTS.
think we did this
I
before.
think you said it like
Not BTS.
was it
That
Got
was a
7?
big one. No. BAP. BAP.
BAP. Okay, I
Bad.
went to one of their concerts too. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's funny.
Yeah, it was so good. I'm not even joking, man. There were like 3 different groups that went. There was like a all-girl group, mixed group, and an all-guy group, which was BAP. And the
A
like
mixed group card?
I.
He's like,
They're all the same to
okay, he's like,
Tony.
you got that out of me. That's enough.
Yeah,
funny.
I'm saying,
There aren't that many people.
Was it Blackpink? Was it Blackpink, Tony? Was that who you saw? The girl group?
Dude, I barely knew the headline. I definitely don't know the openings. It was good though. I was thoroughly impressed. I would actually go back to another concert. I don't think I would listen to their music just randomly. But if like someone invited me to a concert and I didn't have to pay, I would probably go.
I love that they have like a football team's worth of performers, so they can just like sub them out if they need to. Yeah, they can just be like,
Pop and swap.
yeah,
Biggest
that's fucking
that
awesome.
I know.
Like this guy's not selling.
It's
No, well,
awesome.
the biggest group that I know, and I can name every one of them, is a 13-member.
A 13-year-old? Oh no, 13
13?
people. Oh, okay, okay.
13 members.
I was like, my God, that's too young. That's child slavery. I'm pretty sure. If that was,
Bro, it's pop and swap. They're like,
that's
this
nuts.
guy fucking sucks.
He's
right
too
now,
old.
He's out.
Yeah.
I think it's watching them
Once
like
they,
dance is like fascinating.
most of the time when they hit the age that they have to enlist in the military, or like if they get called to military service, because that happens in their country.
Oh, yeah, that was a whole thing on the internet. Like it was like someone from one of the bands was like
he was getting
you know,
called to.
yeah. I like how
And,
she knows
yeah.
immediately.
When they hit that age, they just like the band dissolves. Just
Wow.
gone.
That's
No.
fucking.
So they have to-
They're still
yes,
groups
a lot
that
of them
are-
do. A lot of them dissolve right when they hit like 22, 23. The band just disappears. They just,
22,
stop making
23.
music.
No.
Yeah.
McCall, you may not want to believe it. You may not want to believe that they break up, okay? But sometimes,
I know that.
listen, I know Big Time Rush isn't gonna come back,
No.
okay? They dropped
I know there's a
Boyfriend
lot
with
of-
Snoop Dogg, and I was like, man, they're gonna be together forever. And then they broke up, and I've accepted it. I've come to terms with it.
Hey,
But
the Jonas Brothers came back.
the
so
Jonas
they can
Brothers
come
came back. They're different, all right. They're Disney, all right. They're not a Nick band, all right.
No.
They're
Disney-
also brothers, so I feel
That's
like
A lot easier that
have
way.
more of a
yeah. Bro, oh my God.
I'll say name a fucking Asian band over the age of 25. Well, the average age is over 25.
Infinite,
How old are they?
Super Junior.
How old are
I don't know exactly how. The Super Junior are still like together and active, and they're like in their 30s.
Oh my God. Are they
Yeah.
are they popular?
Well, she's
Yeah.
their name, so
Yeah,
Really?
that's probably
They're
helpful.
very popular actually.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they're no
Yeah.
in sync.
There's a few like
They're no Backstreet.
there's
You
a
know.
few others that are like older
98
groups that are
degrees.
still together.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think you're a little biased. All right.
Yeah,
You come
I
from
mean-
K-pop Twitter. All right. I've seen your tweets.
I mean, they do kind of like older groups have kind of like
They have a tough
dissolved a
time.
little, but
Yeah, they have a
yeah,
tough
they have a tougher time because there's just so many new K-pop groups debuting now.
It's like a factory, Alex.
They're just cranking them out. It's like Asian boy, cute hair, can dance. All right, get him in there. Push him in. You know what's my favorite though? I love going on Twitter to K-pop like accounts like after like a celebrity has just died, and they'll tweet like wouldn't have happened if they stand Luna. It's just like
Oh my
they're just
God,
always saying the
yes,
most horrific
yes.
shit. It's awful. It's awesome.
most annoying
Actually.
thing.
And then they have like a fan cam and shit. Oh my God, it's my favorite thing.
It's really annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I mean, listen, McCall. There's always going to be those pockets in your community, and you just have to accept that. All right, you're one of them.
But what annoys me is that like groups have there can be members in groups that are only in the group because they're good looking. Like
Yeah.
they get casted because of their looks. It doesn't matter. They can't
Wow.
dance, sing, or rap. They
That's
just
the
get
most
casted
American
because they
thing
look
ever.
good.
Yeah, that's.
It's like a factory, Alex.
The only thing I don't. And then
Listen,
they-
this group ugly as fuck, but they can sing. We'll throw in a little spice. There's a hot guy.
But
God.
honestly, they're all good.
Bro, That's I hate that shit in anywhere. Okay, so Aladdin, the movie, the Disney
Oh
movie
my
that just
God.
came out. I swear to God, they picked the Aladdin because he was the right ethnicity. And he was kind of good looking. Bro can't sing. Homie cannot fucking sing, and they got him up there like, I can show you the world, and it's just like it's so awful. The entire he can't act actually, and like at all. Like the entire movie, he's so like monotone, and like everybody else is so much better than him in the movie, except Jafar. He's also kind of shit. But like it's tragic to see like someone with so much less talent than like other people in the field probably, but with the same ethnicity. I just know for a fact he did not deserve that role. Yeah, he looks good. That's it, and he just happened to be brown too. I don't know. It just seems like it's just not fair. I hate that shit. Like it's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, and then it's because like the person, if you have a group and the person that looks really good, they get called like the visual. They get really popular because they're so good looking, and then like you have like the main vocalist who can sing like super well, and
There's
then
even
they're
a name
overshadowed.
for it, Alex. They're the visual.
Oh.
Yeah, they get called the visual. But
Like
like I mean,
the meat.
that's not always,
Might as well just call him that.
that's not always
How
the
can
case.
you say all of this stuff that you're saying and not agree with me? That is basically a fucking factory of
I
K-pop
mean,
artists
yeah,
over there.
It is, but it's also there's still a lot of
Somebody
genuine
on the group
to it.
called the visual.
The visual. My God. My God.
There could be worse things to be called.
Sing. These dudes can dance. This dude, just all them other niggas are ugly.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
I think even like
Oh, dude,
all
bro.
of them, regardless if they're the visual or not, are good looking. So I mean,
I was about to say some racist shit. Never mind. My bad. I almost let it slip. I said, "Ooh." Held it back in for a second though. God damn. Well, I'm glad cake pop groups are thriving in this pandemic. God bless. Oh man, that's what we should do,
yeah.
Tony. What's up?
The K-pop group.
We're about 5 minutes out. I think we should.
What do we want to wrap up on?
Let's say. Oh, want to do biggest fears? That sounds cool. I'll fuck with that.
okay.
Okay. Tony, you want to start? What are you afraid of? I'm talking like superficial shit, like not deep, like being alone or none of that gay. I mean shit, but like something like.
Yeah, mine definitely been like my own thoughts or some bullshit.
Yeah, right.
I think I like as far as like superficial shit in the world. Damn man, I don't know. Snakes. I ran into a rattlesnake the other day. That shit was terrifying.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Did you kill it?
We were walking out. We were walking out to the beach. Nah, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any weapons on me. Otherwise, I would have. But he was in the middle of the road. We were walking. We weren't paying attention, and like we stepped too close. I think we were about 6 feet from him, and before we noticed him, and when I took a step, he like immediately shot up and like coiled up into his S position. Like his attack position.
Yeah.
And it started firing, like super hard, and yeah, freaked me the fuck out. I was like, whoa! And
damn, bro.
no, but I think bites and poison, like poison, to me, poison's terrifying. Like that an animal can like bite me, and I can just fucking die slowly over time. Like it's not like a bear where you get like ripped apart in front of you. Like it's not like a shark. It's not like a shark where you could see the damage that they're doing.
I'd much rather get poisoned by a snake than mauled by a bear.
No, absolutely not. You're crazy. No,
Yes.
Bro. If a bear fucks you up, it's done in like seconds. You are dead. Like, all right, but poison is a slow, painful death. You do not want to be poisoned.
You know what happens? This is what happens. Say you're out hiking, right? You're an hour out into your hike. You're walking along some like random trail. Snake bites you. You're like, well, fuck. I now have about 3 hours to get to the hospital before this does permanent damage to me.
Yeah.
And now you're like, the faster you move, the more you have your heart rate going, the faster the poison's working. So it's you're trying to balance it between how fast do I want to run back to society and get help versus fucking myself up even more. Like, because if you just dead sprint, your heart's gonna be pumping that poison all through your shit.
At that point, tourniquet. Fuck it. Lose a leg. I would totally just tourniquet my shit.
Getting attacked
yeah,
by a bear
now-
wouldn't
now
be
you're too close.
alarming
Now
so
you-
people.
No, you would just the bear would maul the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't die.
Wait. What do you mean if you don't die from the bear?
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna die from the bear. I'll tell you
What about
that.
the movie? What the fuck is the movie
Not
where
everyone dies
Leonardo
from a bear
DiCaprio?
attack.
Most people die from bear attacks if they get
Was it like
attacked.
Revenant?
100%.
Revenant?
The Revenant? That's a
Yeah.
movie with Leonardo
I know
DiCaprio.
what I'm saying, like that could happen too.
No.
No,
No.
I would do Madison. I wouldn't fight the bear. I would just submit and let him kill
Yeah,
me.
that's me. I would literally fucking die.
You know why he lived? Because he actually killed the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's why he lived. If he didn't kill the bear, that dude was dead in that 2-minute scene.
yeah,
You know?
imagine if you don't have a fucking gun. Actually, imagine if you have a gun, but it's not the right caliber bullet to kill a bear. If you have a fucking pea shooter, that thing's not coming down. You're just gonna piss it off, and it'll rip you in half. It's fucked up, man. Getting killed by. Have you ever seen like a picture of? There's like a picture of a man who survived a bear attack. Actually, one of the rare ones. His face is
Is there
entirely
veins hanging off?
destroyed, and he has one eye just hanging by
I
the
think
by
I
the
saw that
string.
picture, but I
Yeah.
read
You know,
that
what you know what the craziest part is? I
What?
think that was like one or two hits from the bear. That was
Right,
it.
that was a swipe. A
That was
fucking
a swipe.
Yeah.
And his face was literally hanging off. A singular swipe.
Now, if it's a black bear, I think I could take a black bear. All right, you know, you punch that bitch in the nose, he's like a big dog. He'll be all right. Brown bears or grizzlies or polar bears, you're fucked. You need a
Yeah,
gun.
fair.
You're not gonna live through that shit.
No, but I would so much rather be mauled than have poison. Poison is just like slowly fuck. So now you have to choose, right? Say you have to take off your belt, and this poison, you're like, how you have to tie. I don't know if you guys have ever had a tourniquet like actually applied properly to you. That is the most painful thing I think I've ever experienced. Like actually,
You tourniqueted yourself?
Well, not himself. Probably
Oh.
just for
Yeah.
practice for.
someone
training.
else. Someone else.
Oh,
tourniqueted
okay.
me. But it is one of the most painful. If you do it properly, it's one of the most painful things you can ever experience.
Yikes.
Like obviously there are some other things like maybe fucking getting shot probably hurts more, but yeah, a tourniquet you have to tie it so fucking tight. You literally like, you know how like you pinch your tricep, right?
Yeah.
Like you can pinch your own tricep and that shit hurts.
Okay.
You feel it?
Ah, why would you do that?
Just so you
Yeah.
Now imagine applying about 12 to 14 times that amount of pressure on your tricep.
because you're stopping the blood flow.
Because you're stopping the blood flow. Like that, it is extremely painful. And so now you have to choose whether you want the poison to start fucking up your entire body, or you want to endure the most intense pain you've ever had for like an hour.
I'm losing the arm. Losing the leg, whatever. I don't care. I'm tourniqueting that shit. I'm not dying from poison. That's a bitch way to go out. I'm not doing it. But
I think poison's pretty scary. I
Yeah.
think that's just a scary like. I think that's a scary thing in the world. Like just dying to something that you get, and then like getting poisoned like by other people. That's insane, man. Like,
Yeah.
You don't even know that you got poisoned.
Yeah.
You're just like slowly fucking dying.
And all it takes is for them to get some castor beans, crush that shit up, and put it in your burrito, and you can fucking,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Ricin,
Yeah,
all of it.
yeah, it's nuts. McCall, what are you afraid of? How about you?
Ricin can kill you from like skin absorption. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. That was it was Breaking Bad. They had he was talking about how I think it was the KGB. They put like a little bit of ricin on the tip of like an umbrella or some shit,
Yeah.
or maybe something like that, and they like shot it into the leg, and it
or
was like
trapped him with a leg or something.
yeah, something like that. It was smaller than like the head of a fucking like a pencil or some shit like that, and it killed him. So, yeah, ricin's no fucking joke. So, McCall, what are you afraid of?
I don't like planes.
Oh,
That's fair. I
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck with that.
yeah.
Like
I'd be more scared of helicopters.
helicopters, yeah. I've never been on a helicopter, and I probably would never go on a helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopters are kind of fun. They're kind of fun, actually.
To you.
I love that.
Are you afraid are you afraid of crashing or some 9/11 shit, or is it just like the sky in general? You just don't like being in the air.
Crashing.
Mm.
That's like my worst fear, probably.
But why wouldn't your worst fear be like crashing but surviving and then having to live out in the jungle? That'd be terrifying. That'd be my fear if I had to fear
No,
planes.
I think the worst fear is like the
Like those
leading
last
up,
of people.
the lead up to the crash, like falling out of the sky, because it's not instant.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
scary.
Like
Huh?
knowing that you're gonna
Anxiety.
die.
Yeah.
No, the anxiety of not knowing. It'd be not knowing, right, Rachel? Because if you're crashing, like
Depends.
you're crashing out of the air, like you don't know what the fuck is happening. You know, you're just like kind of rolling with it, and you don't know like the Hudson, I bet the Miracle on the Hudson, those guys all shit their pants.
Oh yeah, 100%. My God, can
I
you
wonder if any
imagine
of them have
9/11?
gotten on a plane since then.
Oh no, no! If you survive that, you're like, but you're taking your chances with the trains and cars
Yeah.
after that, which are
Yeah.
more
Leaving
dangerous.
the country.
No way.
I'll take a 3-week train ride cross country.
Yeah.
4-hour plane ride? No, thank you.
Fuck that shit, bro. Yeah, planes are fine though. I mean, I'm not like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not scared of shit like that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know, you could die in a car easier.
Yeah,
Let's hear your thoughts.
I tell myself that, but
Right.
it's not easy.
I think you're less scared. I think you're less scared because you're more in control though, because you're in your car. You know.
You're the one doing the
Yeah.
driving.
Right. Maybe that's why. Like I know when Tony's in the car with me and I'm driving, he's just like.
Yeah, dude. I get super paranoid when I do the
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to ride with
I
me.
like I like being in control.
Right. Scary, huh?
That.
Rachel, what you scared of?
Tony asked you first.
Well, me?
Yeah.
Rachel, you go first.
No, you go first.
Fine, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Me, I'm scared of like crazy people, like the homeless or like people who want to come in and like rob or kill you. Like serial killers are I mean, no, they're super rare, but like just the thought, like BTK, he was in Wichita. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking he was breaking into people's houses, tying them up and like torturing them and murdering them and their children, and people like Ed Gein, they exist. Like people get cut up and stuck into barns and shit, and you know what, you just that's why I gotta get a gun. That's why I know you're not all about it, but when I just think like there's people out there in the world all the time who just get fucking murdered, and they couldn't defend themselves or fight back, or they just didn't even have a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is terrifying to me. So if someone comes through my window with a fucking hammer and starts trying to bash my skull in, that's my worst fear and worst case scenario. So
I respect it. Rachel?
Yeah,
I agree.
honestly, that's kind of mine too, in a way. Because, like, growing up, I would, like, literally freak myself out before bed, like, multiple times, just because I'm like, okay, if an intruder comes in, okay, I can go hide under my bed, or I could find this nook and cranny in my room, or, like, I just have, like, this weird escape plan for, like, knowing which way to come or go.
Rachel, you could just buy a gun.
When I'm 7 years old, I'm gonna buy a gun. Okay, sounds good. All right.
I'm
I
trying.
thought about it when I was 7.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't even really develop this fear until I like got to this point in my life where I'm like living alone or in an apartment, or just me and Rachel. Like it's a lot scarier, when you don't have like your parents or multiple people, because like when I was like over winter break, I was like alone for like multiple fucking days, and I was just terrified because like on the news they were talking about like how there was like a serial rapist / murderer who comes every like every winter break for the last 20 years to the Manhattan and Lawrence area, and he rapes and murders women, but it's still like terrifying that's a fucking thing, and he could like bust into this apartment looking for some like a victim, and I'd just be like, I have nothing. I literally, that day that I realized that I was going to be the only one in the apartment, I went out, I just bought myself a hammer. I keep it by my bedside, and fucking, I put like chairs against the doors and broomsticks to help lock shit down, so I would at least hear if someone was coming in, and that was my defense strat. So I take the shit very seriously. So, but that's why I'm sad about the Trump book.
I think I have a different perspective because I definitely have more of a fighting spirit than I think you. I'm definitely more up at arms, or willing to at least sacrifice my body for my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing,
I'd kill them
willing to
for
fight.
real. That's why I would get a gun, but
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I think I'm more confident in my ability to like fight like with my hands.
Yeah, you're also 6'3" and like 200 pounds, so it's like like
so it's a little different. It's a little different.
yeah.
Yeah, but I have more confidence in my body than I guess in you, which would make sense because I've spent the last like 2.5 years like
Training to kill people. Yeah.
training my body, not training to kill people, but just training my body. Like I'm in shape. I know what I'm doing, kind of like when it comes to fighting.
Right.
Like I'm not uncoordinated. I'm actually pretty like athletic, so it's not. I don't think I would have any trouble like wrestling people. Like,
Yeah.
I used
But
to
even
wrestle
then,
very
dude,
well.
like even then, there's always a bigger fish. Like you don't know who's coming through that fucking
Oh,
window.
absolutely.
Like they could be
Yeah.
just be bigger.
And the gun is the great equalizer.
Exactly. Precisely.
Yeah.
I was there looking at a
Doesn't
12
matter-
gauge.
it doesn't matter if you're a 4'11", 100-pound like white girl, or you're like 6'7", like 320, just absolute beefcake. You put a 9 in both their hands. Someone's coming out on top, and you don't know who.
Right.
Whoever's the better shot, they're coming out on top.
Or put a 12 gauge in one of their hands. Don't even have to aim. Fucking just look right. Ah, bang! You got him. Fucking I don't know. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally did though before coming to college take a self-defense class because like me and my parents both decided it was the best for me, and so like I had to like roll up to this class with all these women, and then they had this man that would come, and we would like do a different type of like defense techniques and everything, and then we'd be breaking boards and shit, and then like to graduate you had to fight him like physically fight him. He had like pads on and shit, and you had to get away basically. And so you once you got away, blah blah blah, you would have to like break a board, like an actual wooden board. And so I have my broken board or whatever because I like broke it in my room. But yeah, and then you get a certificate, and I have a self-defense stick. But everyone's like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? It's just like a little metal stick. But I mean,
It's just that it's on the
something.
key. It's like it's on your key, so I feel like
yeah,
you'd
but-
have to like take it off real quick to, for it to be.
yeah. Well, if I feel like as long as I'm like aware and I think someone's coming, then I'll be fine.
I feel
when
like
you're caught
clutching.
off guard is when
Or-
it's a problem.
Or you know what else you could have, Rachel?
Pepper
You
spray.
could have the 9 in your purse.
That's what I was about to say.
I don't carry a purse.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh,
a
you
problem.
could have a 9 in your waistband.
A pepper, actually, McCall, pepper spray. Pepper spray, genius idea. I know, like people are like, oh, it could splash back into your eyes with the wind. It's like, but yeah, that's you have to be really shitty with pepper spray to like for that to happen. But
I think pepper spray and mace is always a great tool.
yeah, pepper
Especially-
spray is excellent.
I need to get
Yeah,
me some.
it's so simple, especially if you have it on your keys or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, get away from me.
Right, it's like, and it's fucking debilitating. You could watch like the most toughest fucking dude get maced, and he's just on the ground crying and choking. Like it's
Have you seen the military guys do it? Have you seen the military
Yeah.
videos of the military?
yes,
They
I
like
have.
sit there and they do literally one spray across the face, and those guys are like, they give you certain tasks, and after they open their eyes for the first time and it's in their eyes, like it's over. Like they pretty much like and then they're like literally like blindly trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing. It's the funniest shit in the world, actually. But, it is seriously debilitating. Like you cannot function with that shit in your eyes, and it puts you out for at least an hour. Like,
Yeah,
for
and by
sure.
then you could probably have the cops there, they're arrested.
I feel like it'd be a smart idea if someone ever made like a UV pepper spray.
I think it'd
You know
be
what I'm
cool if
saying?
someone had a gauntlet of pepper spray and you just kept it on your wrist at all times. So you just fucking
Why would you want
jet
that on
that
your
shit.
wrist all the time?
Because you don't know. Because what if some you never know. You know.
I'm going into a funeral. I'm gonna have a gauntlet of fucking pepper.
They don't
spray
know. It's
on.
gonna be fashionable, like a bracelet. It's for self
And
defense.
you hit them with the right cross, right, and it sprays pepper spray as you're throwing your punch. So they close their eyes, so they're not ready for the punch, and then you fucking knock them out cold.
I was thinking of a squirt gun where you just fucking like you just point squirt.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
right,
God.
they do a Spider-Man one.
Oh yeah, fucking
Oh my god.
genius! I gotta patent this immediately. All right, Rachel, did you
All right.
was that your fear? Oh, okay. You're right.
That was a pretty good show.
Good show, everyone. Good show. Let's Show Podcast. Episode number 8.